Alright, now I'm going to do a Damnation walkthrough and show the spawns. This is my favorite map in the game, so I'm going to try to keep it really strict and just talk about spawns and stuff, because if I don't, I might not shut up and it might be like a 45-minute video. So right now I'm just showing the spawns in red room. You saw me kill my teammate to my left there. They'll spawn there again, yeah. So, and I show this later, but that's actually a random. But right now I'm just going around showing the spawns. So they should spawn right above me right now. They're just spawning above me next to these computers. Make that kind of computery noise, whatever you want to call it. So they'll spawn right here. There's the random that I talk about. That's in red. It should spawn right in front of me or right below me right now. Okay, so there's like 3 spawns in this spawn zone. There's this one right here in front of me, and they got it. And there's one under me at Little Ladder, which is kind of a crap place to be. You generally don't want to spawn your teammate there. And I'm trying to show how you can get it sometimes from just being above it in this area, and there it goes. It gives me that. If you block it, let's say you're dead, you're already at Little Ladder, you don't want to get directly out of the way because then your teammate will spawn there too, and you're both at a bad spot then. So I'll just stand here where I am right now and spawn my teammate inside of red if I have a chance. You never want to spawn Little Ladder, especially if they're in green or top shoddy, because they'll just destroy you. So right now my teammate should spawn down here in bottom red, which is also not a great place to be. It's not as bad as PR room across the waterfalls there. There's a lot of nice names for PR room, but I'm just going to call it plasma rifle room in this video. None of the names are nice. It's the worst spawn in the map. So right now I'm just going to show you, if you're standing out here, you'll probably spawn up. So up there, I call that red plat. I don't know what other people call it, I'm going to be honest. So you notice how I spawned up there when I was out towards waterfall a little bit, and I'm just walking around showing how there's that corner spawn. There's one in front of the health pack, one that I was standing on blocking just then. That one. So now they should spawn to my right. Oh, I'm blocking, might spawn up. And they spawn Little Ladder. So you see the kind of areas and the spawn points there. Right now I'm going to show you something really important. If you kill somebody, you know their teammate went through portal and is camping there, you can stand on health pack, what second player just spawned and looked at, and just snipe them over and over if their teammate is too stubborn. If they're smart at all, or I'm just showing right now, look, you're looking right at their spawn if you know their teammate's just going through there and standing. There's a lot of portal games you can play in this map, and that's one of the many. It's just kind of playing that, oh, did they or didn't they push forward a little bit. If they push forward a little bit, they get a random because they're out too far away from any other spawn point. And if let's say you're the guy looking at that spawn, you push too far forward, you'll block that spawn, and their teammate will get a random anyway. So you kind of have to stay back at health pack, stay out of the spawn. You don't want to block it. You want to catch them on their spawn. So right now I'm just showing this top red plat spawn that you can also get from directly under it, as we saw earlier. So now I'm just chilling in red. I guess I'm trying to figure out what in the world I'm going to do next. As I record these videos before I talk over them normally, so I don't really remember what all happens. I'm going to be honest, I had it done for a while. So now I'm walking around shotgun. Now I'm wandering around shotgun. I'm just showing you how you spawn in shotguns if you're walking around shotguns. That's really all there is to it. If you're too far over, sometimes you may get elbow spawn, which is the area right behind me right now. And if you hug the lip towards rockets, you will actually get, here I am showing now the same thing. If you're top shoddy, generally you're going to spawn top shoddy. If you push close enough to green, your teammate will get top sniper plat. Right here I'm going to show, so if you stand in this corner, sometimes, normally if I look to the left, it'll work. I don't know if I show that. It's not 100% of the time. It doesn't work for me every time, but if you look to the left a little bit, you'll see how your teammate will spawn into green sometimes. So you can force them into green. And that'll catch you. If you're not paying attention and you know they're in shoddy, you need to watch that sometimes, because they could spawn their teammate in green. They could come up that ramp, kill you while you're looking at portal. So right now I'm showing that if you're in rocket pit and you're a little too far over towards Little Ladder, they'll spawn at Little Ladder. If you're down towards long ladder, if you're closer to the actual ladder, they'll get the spawn they just got, just then, elbow spawn. If you're back in this corner I'm in right now, as you saw, they spawned in sniper. So I'm just showing that. A lot of times if you know a guy's down in pit and you're top, and you've killed a teammate, you know exactly where they're going to spawn. And a lot of times if you're top sniper, you'll block that spawn right below you, and they'll get sniper room every time. So you can just look down, you'll see their little feet walking around in there. So now I'm back in red. I'm showing you the random in red that I talked about earlier, and I'll probably show it a couple times. It's really hard for me not to talk about all situational cool stuff in Damnation right now. I'm just letting you know. I'm going to try to talk about a little bit about the portal later, but I'm just trying to stay focused on the spawns right now. So here's another random. on the lip of, kind of, you know, on the edge there towards rockets. So watch as I'm going to show you now. If you're not right in the random, which is pretty much in the middle of that, they'll spawn. So I was too far over that way, they spawned red. Now I was too far over the other way, they spawned elbow. Now they're going to spawn in a random. And there you go. So I'm kind of in the middle here. You'll see me look down, and I don't think I've gone to yet. I can't remember. But, you know, down in rockets in the pit is the random. 2 right around the pillar. Yeah, I think I did just a few minutes ago. So right now I'm showing how if you hug elbow right there. So right now they should spawn elbow. And now if you block that spawn, they can spawn in green in the corner. So right where they just spawned. Or they can spawn top sniper. So when you're in this room, they spawn right here in front of you. Right in that corner. They'll spawn out looking at overshield. That room, whatever. If you're on the pipe above it, so there's a pipe above me right there, you will spawn in that room as well. Or you can spawn top of the platform too. So right now I'm going to show you how to force the spawn from inside of what people call clinky. We always called it sweaty ramp in Tennessee because that pipe sweats, leaks stuff. So right there, you see, so you can do this spawn from both sides of this corner. The one at elbow and this one. You can spawn them up top and you can spawn them on the other side of that just at the elbow. So that works both ways. So now there's like 3 or 4 spawns you get right here. I think there's 2 up at the health pack. There's a couple down here. So there's one. There's one to my left. And I think, yeah. And then there's 2 up here. You'll get a lot of kills on people there. While you're in green and you have both down, what I like to do, some people like to stand over there and block that spawn and watch portal. I like to just stand where I'm at right now and block the spawn below me. And I like to nade the platform spawns that I'm at right now, and I like to nade the health pack spawns in green, because that's 2 free kills. Some people like to just block them. That's probably safer, but whatever. Played this game for so long. I'm not playing safe anymore. I'm just playing have fun. So right now I'm showing the awful PR room spawns. This is the last place you want to spawn in the map, and it's the last thing you want to see when power-ups are spawning. If you die and there's like 10 seconds left to cloak, maybe not 10. If there's 5 seconds left to cloak, this is just the worst. I'm showing you a little nade off pipe there if you know they're sitting there for some reason. I don't know in what universe you'll find somebody sitting there, but hey, if you ever see someone there, there's some nades you can bounce off the pipe to kill them. And now I'm just walking around showing how awful these spawns are. There's really no way out. Except, I lied, there are 3 ways out. There's this one, which will spawn them in sniper. Also not great, and if they see they spawn, only one of you spawned there and both were down, they're going to know. 2, you can run off and kill yourself, which some people do. Some people literally just run off and take the suicide penalty so they get random spawns. Or you can, no, I think that's it. There were 2 ways. Oh no, you can try to make it to the random, which is what I just did. I went over to the left to show you that if you're too far over, you spawn in red, or if you're too far over the other way, you spawn at PR. But if you're right in the middle on those plasma nades, you will spawn in a random. If you saw just then when I got overshield, a lot of times your teammate will be dead or dying when you get overshield. And I jumped up and held the right there. That was to block the line of sight from the people up top if they were too far over to the right, and spawn my teammate in sniper instead of the little ladder, which is the worst. If you don't care about them seeing you, you can jump down in rockets and get the random really quick. So right now I'm just showing you how this area up here at sniper is a random. And the little pillars, walkways down towards cloak to a certain extent is a random. If you're too far past cloak to top shotty, they're going to spawn shotguns every time. So that's just something to think about. Those the randoms up there. That's just what they do. So right now I think, so my wife is the one killing herself over and over. She doesn't play much Halo, as you may be able to guess. I don't know. But so right now I'm trying to get her to, I'm going to play some Portal games with her. I'm going to talk about Portal for just a second, even though you could talk about it for like a day. But so right now, as you see, I was in Portal and they spawned right there, which I talked about earlier. So now I'm trying to get her to come into Portal, and I'm going to show you some things that you can do if you know people are camping. Because a lot of times people will just sit there. And I'll never sit in the Portal. It's just not my style. But so here's something you can do. Someone showed me this a few months ago. I always just threw one nade up and then threw a second. You can throw a high one and then throw a low one, and they both blow up at pretty much the same time. That wasn't exact, but you can get it to where they literally explode at the same time. And if someone's really sitting in that Portal, they're dead. Because if one nade hits them a lot of time, they'll just run right out the front towards sniper. And then they're going to try to bait you out again to throw the other nade on a red plat and try to snipe you or kill you or something. I do that a lot, actually, where I will just run out of the Portal and people think you're in it anyway, even if, because so many people do it. If you don't do it, people are waiting for it sometimes, and they'll come out to nade the Portal from the left, and I'll just step out on next to sniper and kill them like it's no big deal. Here's another nade if you know someone's rushing Portal. This isn't rocket science or anything, but this is something I think everybody in the history of the world does in Damnation. But if you're a new player, you don't know that. So if you think Cloak Guy's up there and you're kind of guessing where he's moving, there you go. Throw a couple grenades up on that little thing, and then that's it. And here's another kind of nade that works everywhere in Damnation up at the top. This was actually shown to me fairly recently, within the last 2 years. I don't remember who showed it to me, but it's pretty cool, and it definitely works. So if you know someone's camping at the end of that portal, maybe looking at green or at the portal with a sniper, well, there you go. And I think the video's about to end, so that's it. I could talk for hours about